Okay. There you go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the news. Let's get to what everyone is talking about. Today, ladies and gentlemen, there is a site-wide boycott of Twitch. All right? Twitch has become increasingly worse of a place to do business and stream over the last several months. As you guys know, I left Twitch about 3 months ago now for very good reasons. I was completely mistreated by them. I was kicked out of their partner program with no justification or proof of wrongdoing whatsoever. They just said, you're gone, which is completely messed up and unprofessional. They did not give me any recourse to appeal or anything. And I said, well, despite the fact that I can still stream here, I don't think it's viable. I tried for a couple of weeks. I said, enough is enough. I'm out of here. And that's when I started streaming here on YouTube exclusively. Okay? And what I can tell you is, yes, YouTube has a lot of shortcomings. What we're going to talk about in just a few minutes is possibly some of the ways that YouTube can improve. But Twitch seems to have just been getting worse, worse, and worse since I left. All right? Just a few examples of some of the things that's been happening over there. Twitch pretended to care about people in its community. And what I mean by that is they were, oh, we understand that there are people who maybe aren't represented enough or could use more representation on our site. So we're going to launch a series of new tags that you can use if you're part of these marginalized communities to get noticed. You know? Because, you know, one of the major things that everyone talks about on Twitch is that there's not visualization, what's the word? Discovery. That's what I want to say. You can be discovered on Twitch because they have this page where it highlights certain streamers, and if you're under certain categories or whatever, you can be found on Twitch. You can search for these things. Okay? But Twitch literally does the bare minimum when they try to implement any kind of a positive change, and they really don't do anything long-term to improve the site for anyone. They just do quick little things to pretend like they care, and then they move on counting their money. And it really is sad for the fact that if you look at other streaming services, including YouTube, Twitch takes more revenue from their content creators than any other streaming service. They take more sub revenue. They take more of a cut, or you know, cheering. Way more expensive to buy cheers there than it is to do things like super chats here on YouTube. They make a ton of fucking money. A ton of money from their content creators. They do. And what do they really give back? Have they concretely improved their business or their site at all in the last 2 or 3 years? I mean, hell, let's be honest here. We are 1 year into the launch of new consoles, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series S and X. Has Twitch done one goddamn thing to improve the visual quality of their streams so that people can actually do better quality gameplay on their site? No. They have not at all. They haven't improved a damn thing. Instead, they've been embroiled with controversy after controversy. First it was hot tub streams. Then it was this ASMR ear-licking streams. All this sexual content on their site. In the meanwhile, people are all reporting, I'm getting banned from the site. I'm getting kicked out of a partner program. All this stuff is happening. What is going on with this site? Where are their priorities? You know? So when Twitch announces, oh, we're going to add a whole bunch of tags for discoverability for these marginalized communities, you immediately have to be skeptical that this is going to do anything positive. And rightly so, because when they did this a few months ago, what ended up happening was using those tags now makes you a target on Twitch of hate groups. There have been people coming in with bot armies into these streams and completely destroying them with disgusting racial hatred, bigotry, prejudice, you know, all kinds of nasty insults. Imagine you're just there streaming trying to get discovered, and all of a sudden 47 bots come into your chat all saying the N-word. Now you're just a small-time streamer. You're trying to get noticed. All of a sudden this is what you get in your chat. So now you got to try to panic mode, shut down everything, try to get everything so that you can continue to stream and not be completely derailed. There's been reports of people who this happens to. These same hate groups who are doing this then falsely report those channels and say, oh, look, this person's allowing all this kind of nasty behavior in their channel, and then that person gets punished for it. Yeah. Can you believe that? So not only are you the victim, all right, you're the victim, but then you get punished for the bad behaviors of others. What kind of a fucking business is that? And I gotta emphasize that, okay? Twitch is not a casual streaming site. Twitch is big business. Twitch is supposed to be the biggest and best place on the internet for live streaming, period. It's not supposed to be just for gaming, just for this group, just for... They want to be the best on the internet. But their site is wide open for abuse and trolling, and they do absolutely nothing at all to fix it. Nothing. They act like it's not their concern. Oh, we're looking into it. Well, it's been a couple years, and you guys have not changed anything on your site for the better at all. All you do is you keep sucking money out of the people who use it. Where's the money going? Why are you not actively improving your business for the better? Where's the reinvestment, right, into the business to improve it and have solutions for these problems? Instead, you just punish more people, suspend more people, kick more people out of programs and off the site. They didn't do anything. They basically look at it like, we're the big guys now, right? They're basically taking the same attitude that YouTube had many years ago. YouTube's like, we're the #1 video sharing site. So we don't have to police our site. We don't have to improve our site. We just let our site run itself and let the money roll in. And we don't care if it works or not. And we don't care if you like our changes or not. We just do whatever. Because we're the biggest guys out there and no one's ever going to take us down. So whatever. And if anything, let's be honest here, that's a horrible attitude to have. Especially when you're a business that's reliant on content creation that's free to make you money. Because let's be honest about YouTube and Twitch and all these sites. They are infrastructure. They are the means to deliver the product. They are not the product. If it weren't for content creators who are creative people, entertaining people, coming out and making the content, these sites would go out of business overnight. And that's actually what's happening right now. Today there is a mass boycott of Twitch where people are basically saying, I'm taking a day off from streaming on Twitch as a way to stand in solidarity with people who are being harassed, with people who are being mistreated, and with this site that basically looks like they just don't give two shits about the content creators. Okay? Now, at the same time that this is happening, all right, in the last, week, it's been announced that 2 very large content creators have moved from Twitch and have now been bought out in exclusivity streaming deals on YouTube. Both Dr. Lupo as well as Tim the Tap Man have now announced they are from now on exclusively streaming on YouTube. And that's a big thing because if you get bigger guys who are always Twitch guys and gals who come over and start streaming on YouTube, this is going to start bringing people to the site and looking for this at this site as a place to find streaming. And what I'd like to do this morning, very briefly, is talk about some of the ways that I feel YouTube could improve. Because right now, YouTube is not known as a good place for streaming. Most people say, oh, the chat sucks. Oh, there's not enough features on here like there is on Twitch. So we're going to talk about that this morning, about what they could do to improve. All right? But if more people start coming over to YouTube to stream here exclusively, especially with the fact that in the last year we had Dr. Disrespect come over after he was banned from Twitch, and now he's announced he's suing Twitch because he feels they broke the law when they got rid of him. Okay? So we got all that going on. Now we got 2 very high-profile content creators coming over here. So all that being said, it's very interesting, and what I would hope is that if YouTube is serious, if they're paying these people to come over here and to stream exclusively here, obviously, they're going to be trying to take things more seriously. You would hope, all right? Because what's the point of bringing big names over to YouTube if then you're just going to leave YouTube as is and not improve the site for streaming? What I would hope is that if they bring thousands and thousands more people over here to watch streamers on a daily basis, they're going to improve the site to lure even more people, okay? So, here's some of the things that absolutely I feel they need to do. And actually, I'm going to now turn on my air conditioner because it's over 80 degrees in my office. It's nice and cool, but as soon as I close the door in my office and the sun comes out, it starts heating up again. Like, damn, now it's over 80 again. I got to turn on this air conditioner. So we're not ready to say goodbye to the air conditioner quite yet. Maybe within a few weeks here. Anyway, some of the things I feel that YouTube can do to improve things. First of all, you've got to get the same features that Twitch has. Right now, Twitch is absolutely destroying YouTube because of gifted subscriptions and because of Amazon Prime. All right? There are so many people who either use their Prime memberships or get gifted subs or give gifted subs on Twitch. It is big business. It is a huge piece of income for content creators, and it's a big source of income for Twitch that YouTube has completely missed out on. I don't know what YouTube is thinking, but they are like dragging their feet with these implementations. This is just a brain dead, silly, easy mode stuff. Okay? They absolutely need this. You would see growth like crazy with streaming on YouTube if they would just implement those two things. Now, you might say, well, there's no Amazon Prime that ties into YouTube. Well, then what they should maybe do is do, what do they call it? The YouTube Premium membership. When you buy YouTube Premium, you basically buy a version of the site. It's a monthly subscription where you don't have any ads at all. There's no advertisements that play on the site. But if you watch a content creator who has ads enabled, it essentially gives them credit as if you were watching ads on their channel. So if you're someone who subscribes to YouTube Premium, they should give you a free membership, and they could call it the Premium Membership Program. YouTube Premium Membership for YouTube Premium subscribers, right? It's a no. Why would you not do that? That's a no-brainer. It's equivalent to what they're doing over on Twitch. It's a huge benefit because people hate fucking ads. They don't want to watch ads. They'll pay $10 a month to not watch a single ad on YouTube. And if they get an extra benefit, like a bonus membership out of it, more people would do it. It would make them more money. Seriously, it would make them more money for not only their premium program, but also for streaming. It's a 2-in-1 benefit. I can't imagine why they're not thinking of doing this yet. And like I said, the gifted memberships, I guess there's probably a reason why they're not doing it. I would assume it's because, unlike Twitch, your membership is tied into your YouTube channel and stuff like that. It's kind of complicated here because on YouTube, you're not just making an account to watch someone like you can do on Twitch. When you make an account, you're essentially creating a YouTube channel that you may or may not ever use. And I guess that has certain implications in the system. But I'm sure if they really tried, if they really wanted to, they could do gifted subs. It doesn't make it. There's been rumors all year they're going to be doing gifted subs by the end of this year. Okay? If you've got big, high-profile content creators coming over, you need to add those features to the site. You absolutely need to. Okay? Now, another thing that absolutely needs to change. YouTube has to create discoverability for streamers. And what I mean by that is they need to stop with their bullshit algorithms that only highlight toxic fucking content and only highlight negative viral trends. YouTube is rife with this. When you search for things on YouTube, you'll find someone doing a prank, someone, doing drama content, someone being toxic and shitty over people doing genuinely creative stuff 9 times out of 10. That's just how YouTube has always worked. They need to give that shit the fuck up. They have to stop with that shit and understand that their bullshit algorithms don't work. They highlight the worst content, and that's why you see the most incessantly immature shit at the top of YouTube recommendations in search all the time. What you need is to go back to the old engines they used to use that are based purely on the content itself, not viral discovery and shit like that. It has to be, if someone's streaming a hot new release, that gets highlighted. Oh my God, someone's streaming a brand new AAA game that just came out today. That should be a page on YouTube that says, new game releases, here's people streaming the new game today, and you could just find it on that page. Right now, a major complaint that I get from my viewer base is that they can't even find my shit on YouTube. They're like, Phil, I'm a fan of your stuff. I'm subscribed to your channel. But when you go live, I don't even get notified you went live. It takes 3 or 4 hours for me to get a notification, and by the time I show up in your stream, you're almost done streaming. Why is it that even though I'm a huge fan of your content, I never see your content on YouTube when I'm browsing around it. All right? They need to change it back to how it used to be. It's based on what's hot, what's new, what's exciting, and who's doing it. Not what's the latest fucking drama vid where someone slammed someone else, right? Oh no, someone's exposed. Who gives a fuck about your dumb shit? No one but brain dead idiots. That content is not marketable content. I mean it. You're throwing advertisements at the biggest fluff content on the internet. No one watching a drama video of H3H3 Productions against fucking Keemstar is gonna fucking buy a product because there was an ad on that fucking video. That's the biggest waste of money, ad revenue, and monetization you could possibly fucking have on the internet. But if there's a new game out and someone's streaming it and people want to see that content on release day, that's marketable content. 100 fucking % marketable content that YouTube has completely missed out on now because they changed all their algorithms. They have to go back to a way for people to become discoverable again. And it can't just be the same 20 drama queens. It has to fucking be meaningful content. And I'm sorry, but they absolutely have to fucking make this change as soon as possible. Because you cannot compete with Twitch if you can't be discovered on YouTube. It doesn't matter how many big names they bring over here. If you cannot be found on the site because their algorithm sucks shit, then there's a futile effort. It's just money burned, right? They might as well roll it and smoke it or wipe their ass with it, bringing these people over for exclusively stream here if no one can find anything on the site. You know? So that's what has to happen here, all right? That's literally what has to happen. And I hope that they're going to implement some of these changes soon. If you're bringing these people over, again, why are you paying money to recruit people if you're then not going to have it so those people can actually have a benefit for being here? Or why are they even paying people to be here if it doesn't benefit the site? Well, I'll give you an example here. Years ago, I stopped being on Twitch because they told me to lower my bitrate to the point where my streams looked like pixelated shit, and I said, fuck this. And I came over to YouTube where there's no limitations on bitrate. And YouTube started a thing at that time called YouTube Gaming, where it was its own business channel. Like, it had its own thing. It was separate from YouTube itself. And they highly advertised this for like a year. All right? But they didn't implement anything. They really didn't implement anything. All right? That really highlighted people. They didn't have any of the features of Twitch. They just felt we could do our own thing and completely ignored the best practices that our competitor has. And they failed miserably. Within a year, no one was talking about YouTube Gaming anymore. And everyone just basically said, well, if you like a content creator, you sub to them, you check out their streams. But no one was coming here and droves to stream anymore. And over the years, really what's happened is the people who primarily stream on YouTube are either vloggers, because they don't want to be associated with the shit over on Twitch, so they just vlog here on YouTube. They do their news style shows. Or people who've had issues with Twitch and the way that they handle shit coming over here because it's really the only viable alternative. That's who you have streaming on YouTube. You don't actively have people saying, wow, I really want to venture out into content creation. I want to do this for a living. I'm going to try to stream on YouTube. No one does that. People go to Twitch to do that. So YouTube has to now be serious about this. And I hope they will. I hope they'll take this seriously. Again, it's a good sign when they're paying money to recruit people to the site to stream exclusively, because that means at least someone in the company is taking the streaming service seriously. Why would they pay people to stream here if not? But at the same time, what's the point of doing that if you don't improve the site now, right? There's no point in bringing more people to it if you're not going to improve it. So you got to hope for the best. And I do hope that at the very least they do some minimal updates in the next couple of months, especially now would be the time to do it. We're heading into the busiest gaming season of the year. We're heading into a time when eyes will be on the internet for all of these new releases. People are going to want to watch live streams more in the next few months than probably they have all year long. Now is the time to implement these positive changes and to throw away the toxic crap of the past. Forget about the fact that your site is primarily drama content. Forget all that shit. Improve yourself now. Okay? You have to. You have to destroy the crap and start being serious again as a business that wants to bring in advertising. Because here's the thing. If they can prove that they're a site that can focus in on positive content of gaming. You can now bring in more advertisers. People who want to advertise to gamers will come in droves to YouTube again and start advertising their products. But YouTube, in the last 5 years, basically said, oh, we don't care about that drama content. And then they ended up having an apocalypse, and then it just keeps getting worse and worse. You have to turn things around. You can't just say, oh, who cares? We're the biggest guys, so it doesn't matter. It's time to actually put effort into it. Now is the time. Because Twitch, their number one competitor, is now seen in a negative light. There's all kinds of toxic shit going over on Twitch in this last year. Now is the time for them to improve their site and make it better and actually have a positive benefit from the negativity coming off of Twitch. They can spin this positively and turn it into something big, but they have to act. They have to be serious about it. All right. So that's my take. And I'm sure as we stream today, you guys will be discussing all of this with me and giving me your opinions and things too. I'm very excited to hear them. I'm very open to listening to what you guys have to say. I mean, you guys have been watching me now here about 3 months since I jumped over from YouTube here, from Twitch to YouTube. And obviously there's growing pains, there's issues. I know it's not been perfect, but we implemented many changes that I feel made things better over time. And I'm still, there's still room for improvement. I'm always trying to make things better. But obviously, I can't make YouTube do the same things Twitch was doing. Do you want to know the truth? That's really what upset me on Monday. What upset me on Monday was not the fact that we did not hit the members goal. It's that the real feedback I got from you guys on Monday is that the reason you don't become a member is because this site does not have the same features as Twitch. That pisses me off. Because you're telling me, I love your content, I want to keep watching and supporting you, but I'm not going to throw money at a site that's inferior to another site you used to use. That's not anything I can fix. You know what I'm saying? That's what really upsets me is you're telling me I can't be as successful on YouTube as I was on Twitch because of YouTube. Not because of me, but because of YouTube. That genuinely upsets me. 100%. And I don't blame you. I blame YouTube for being so sluggish in implementing these changes and improvements that they could do. Okay. Let's do shout outs, my friends. First of all, let's do shout outs on the YouTube side.